Wow, what did I just watch? Yeah, that was a pretty interesting game. So the final score PSG 2, Barcelona 1. And there's just a lot of things I want to unpack, a lot of things I just want to talk about. Um, I honestly, to be honest, like I didn't think the game would turn out this way. I honestly thought that since PSG basically has a makeshift front three that we would be able to capitalize with our quality and make the most of it. And I honestly thought the scoreline would be something more like 3-1, especially since we had the home crowd behind us and everything. But wow, PSG really played well. I think they controlled the game for most of the game. I think Barcelona started off pretty well, but for most of the game, like PSG had control of the ball. They found the right outlet passes. They were getting in transition very quick, and I think today, like, of course, the front three is amazing, but I think we have to highlight how good their fullbacks are. I don't think there's a better fullback pairing in the world right now. You got Hakimi on the right and Nuno Mendes on the left. Insane, just the way they accelerate and they find space, and not just that, they also make the right decisions in the final third, which is very rare to see in like wing backs. Overall, I think it was lackluster performance by Barcelona. I think we could have been a lot better. We did have some bright sparks here and there, but I do feel like PSG got the better of us. PSG, I think, had too much time on the ball. I think they were given enough time to find the right passes. They were making all the runs in behind. And yeah, Barcelona's defense was actually struggling. Not just the defense, even like in our own half, we were giving away the ball way too much, especially in the second half. I think like towards the 70th minute and it like 70 to 80 minutes, we were just giving the ball away for free, essentially. Like they were just like, yeah, take the ball. Like there's no stringing together passes. We were struggling to even give the ball to Pedri and Lamine Yamal. There were large stretches of the second half where Lamine Yamal didn't even get the ball, which is abysmal in my opinion. Um, yeah, we started off pretty strong. I think we had some bright sparks there. Lamine Yamal started the game really well. He took on that whole PSG team, dribbling past all of them. I thought that was pretty cool. I hoped like he could keep that up, and obviously he wasn't getting enough of the ball. Marcus Rashford, we got to talk about Marcus Rashford. I think Rashford actually had a really good game. He's been he's been very proactive. Every single time he gets the ball, he runs at the defense. So many times he actually gave their centre backs quite a bit of problems today. He was going at them every single time, cutting in, taking it wide, getting fouled. At certain times, he looked extremely dangerous, and today he obviously that pass to Ferran in the box was pretty amazing. This is a hot take. Like I do think Pedri and Frankie, like they boss the game, they control the game. Both of them have been playing outstanding this year. But I do feel like we need to get our outlet passes faster. We need to find those outlet passes and make runs, way faster. We were doing that last season. If you remember, like against Bayern Munich last season in the UCL, Marc Casado, that beautiful ball to Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, over the top balls to Rafinha. Yeah, that way I think we were actually missing Rafinha quite a bit today. Rafinha makes very good runs through the middle, coming in from the left. Yeah, we definitely missed that. We have a lot of things to work on. First of all, these defensive mistakes. I get that the high line, is a high. It's a gamble. Like sometimes it works beautifully, sometimes we pay the price for it. But sometimes I don't really understand why we play that high of a line in crucial circumstances. Like, for the last 10 minutes of the game, PSG was literally in a final third like most of that time. Like, they were just attacking relentlessly. We were struggling to get the ball outside the box. And then we got this one transition where like we had this chance to go forward. Why in such a circumstance is our backline so high up the pitch in like the 90th minute? If the center backs are not committing to like, go forward and attack or like go for a header or something, there's no reason for like the entire backline to be that high up the pitch. Like, they were literally at the halfway line. If they were a bit deeper, that second goal would not have happened. It's stuff like this, like, even during the game against Inter in the extra time, our highline was so high. You would think that they would have learned from that crucial mistake last year, but still seems like we have a lot to fix. Coming to the players, I think Pedri was fantastic, as always. Again, he couldn't find the outlet passes that we needed, but he was alone in that midfield, honestly. Frankie didn't do that much today. He was decent defensively, but I think Pedri was alone. Like, he couldn't make those daring passes and those daring runs, because I think he felt like if he does that, then there's not enough cover behind him. I think Danny Olmo is one guy who has to like really wake up. He's been putting in like pretty average performances this season. I get that he's been injured and all that, but he has to string together like a few good performances and get his confidence back, because this is not the quality that we're used to seeing from Danny Olmo, and he's been downright like underwhelming this season. Yeah, I think I still do think we cannot like win a Champions League with Gerard Martin as a left back. I think he's a decent player, he's a decent squad rotation player, but we really need to address the left back situation. And I honestly think like Flick should try giving Joffre Torrens some minutes. I think he's way better defensively than Gerard Martin, and he's also good with controlling the ball and making those passes. Gerard Martin is not that great, in build-up play. He's not that great making those right passes. He's probably better at attacking and, crosses in the final third than Torrens, but I really think Hansi Flick needs to give more moments to Torrens, because a left back, if Balde gets injured, it's like a very vulnerable position. Imagine if like Nuno Mendes got injured and you replace him with Gerard Martin. The quality drop off is insane, right? It wouldn't be the same PSG team anymore. So yeah, these are my thoughts. I think it was a tough loss for us today. PSG played really, really well. We have a lot of things to work on. I'm sure like Hansi Flick will, gather everybody around. And once we get back, Rafinha, Fermin Lopez, we need to start clicking again. Like last season, we were clicking a lot. The team chemistry was high. The ball was flowing. We were able to, slice through defenses right through the middle, So we need to start clicking again. Hopefully that will happen. It was a tough game. And on to the next one. Visca Barça.